Welcome to the Calallen Softball Coaches Show. I'm your host, Chris Daly, and each week I will be talking with head coach Teresa Lentz from the Calallen Wildcats softball team. We will jump in right after these messages. We definitely want to thank our title sponsor, Shocker Wildlife Resources. Yes, Anthony Trevino at Shocker Wildlife, they do it all. Ranch and wildlife management. They do helicopter surveys, harvest data management, wildlife management plans, water distribution, prescribed burns, consulting, feeding programs. If you have a ranch, you need Shocker Wildlife Resources as your consultant. You can reach them by reaching out to Anthony Trevino, 361-850-0609. Yes, call Anthony Trevino at 361-850-0609. If you have a ranch, you definitely need to know Anthony. Caliber Collision understands how much you depend on your vehicle. Let their repair experts help you get back to what's most important. Caliber Collision and Caliber Auto Glass specialize in happy customers, expert repairs, and most importantly, restoring the rhythm of your life. That's Caliber Collision. You can find them at caliber.com. All right, everybody, join me. I welcome Coach Teresa Lentz to the Calallen Softball Coaches Show. Coach Lentz, wow, what an exciting season this is.
Oh, yeah, no, this past week was real good if you're a fan, I guess. Not if you're...
Yeah. Yeah, that had caused me to pull some hair out. Let's talk about that series, because you first game, you lose 2-0, and nothing really happens till like the fifth inning. Explain the first game.
I think first game, pitchers, both some of the best pitchers in our region, hands down, they are.
Yeah.
Both are throwing, 65 plus the entire game, 68. Both of them are just have a bunch of movement and are attacking the zone and hitters. And I think the hitters are just trying to, get comfortable and see what they can do and what they can't do. And for us, it was, we didn't know. Until you get in there and see it happening, it's just it's a different world, no matter if they know what's coming or not. So I think, after that first game, definitely we were able to kind of assess and look back and see what we can do and what she brought and what we were able to do to adjust to try to come back the next day. And, and for them, they weren't able to touch the ball and they bunted.
Yeah.
And we didn't execute. And so what made us feel good about that whole situation, it was a matter of us just playing catch and play, just playing catch. So we put our heads down and got to work, started making sure we were on point with all those short game things. And, and the girls stepped up and did what they needed to do. As far as defense and on offense, they had a plan and they were able to make sure that they were patient at the plate and not, go after the pitchers she wanted, but go after the pitchers that they wanted and that they were looking for. And that was a huge difference in the series, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. So talk about game two, because game two, it was totally night and day. 7-0 in the first inning. You go on to blank them 15-0. What was working there? Or was it just what you said, that they found their groove?
Yeah, no, well, the second game, they didn't pitch their number one. They pitched their number two. And I think it was maybe to give their number one a little bit of a break and maybe bring her back in. Yeah. But the girls jumped on her so bad. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were going to pitch her the whole time. I have no idea. But we were able to, come out so strong. And not to say she is terrible. She's not. I think after the loss, I just really kind of woke us up a little bit. And, we were able to get 7 runs in the first inning. And after that, you're not going to bring in your number one. So she had to ride the game and to our advantage. And the girls just, they were ready. So, the girls were able to bring it. And on top of that, Bianca Gonzalez just came in the second inning and just threw amazing. So she had 4 strikeouts, and I think she only had 1 hit against her. So, I mean, really couldn't ask for a better performance from our pitching staff and how they came out that second game. We had a lot of wonderful things that happened that second game. Audrina had a home run. BB had a home run. Kaden Trevino had a home run. BB had a triple, 2 triples, if I'm not mistaken. And then Kylie Butcher had a triple. And it was just, the girls were just, were lasering the ball. And after that loss, it was just kind of like, let's go. So it was nice to see the girls bounce back like that. After having our backs against the wall, it's kind of how are we going to respond to this loss? So they stepped up, and I was proud of them.
Yeah, it was definitely on like Donkey Kong. There were several of the girls who went 3 for 4, and it seemed like nobody could miss the ball.
Right, and I'll take that any day, especially right.
Yeah, so let's move on to Game 3. That one, again, I watched all of that one, and gosh, that was exciting from the very beginning.
Oh man, so it was a game for sure, and it started off like going quick with BB with her got a stand up double, or she got a double, a lead off, and just setting the tone for the game, and then I want to say Brooklyn had a base hit up the middle, and BB was just on it, and when she's on, and I just felt, maybe we just need to send her, and it was close, it was bang bang, and I know their announcers probably didn't think it was, but she was safe. And if your hand's touching the plate, first, there's no stopping it unless you touched it before, and it did not touch before. If it touched on top, well then she's safe. So she was safe. So,
if you were unbiased, it was clear.
Yes. Yes, exactly. But I mean, that's how the game is. The game is a bang bang play, and you take your chances, and they either go for you, they don't. And I'll be honest. I mean, that wasn't the only run we scored. So, but it definitely set the tone, and it was kind of the beginning of the girls, and it was so hot that day. To Jordan for pitching all 7 innings, and she only gave up 5 hits, and she had 13 strikeouts, and it was just so extremely hot. Expressed how much it was just it was a lot for the girls, a lot I felt for the catchers, even the umpires. It was something that the heat is in town. It is in season. There's no more cool fronts or anything going on, and we felt it. And it was the 3rd game of the series. It was a mental battle, focus, and the girls stepped up. They made the plays that they needed to. I couldn't be more proud of how we adjusted from game 1 to game 2 to game 3, and just got more locked in and better with everything. So it was a great job for us, and I want to think like this series is helping us prepare for this next series. So I tell you, like I said, it looked like Fredericksburg was on the verge of coming back because their pitching was looking better, and we were making a couple mistakes, and then Brooklyn Matter's home run just kind of took the wind out of their sail, and it was up. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know I think the score was 3-2 going into the 7th.
Yeah,
and I think Phoebe got on, if I'm not mistaken, or Chris was on. And wow, she hit a monster. They had some giant flagpoles, and I mean giant. And when you look at a ball going out of the park, something high, far, I mean, it was impressive. It was, I don't know if it went into the street, but it looked like it did.
Nice.
So it was they couldn't have come at a better time just to get a bit of, maybe just a little bit of breathing room going last half inning.
Definitely. Well, let's move on because we talked about this at the beginning before the game started. Early in the season, we talked about Liberty. And sure enough, that's who you're facing now.
Yeah, well, here we are playing Liberty again. I don't think we felt we were going to play them. They have an enrollment with this new split. They have an enrollment of, around 600 students, and in their district, they're middle with population.
Mm-hmm.
So felt, and especially with the way their district turned out last year, they would have gone Division 2 this year if it would have felt like last year. But for whatever reason, the small schools in their district did better, made the playoffs, and look at them, they are in Division 1. So, didn't really expect to play them, but, honestly, I don't know if it'd be state without playing them the way we did. And I hope, we wanted any other way, especially losing to them at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. That 4-1 loss back in February, that had to, be in your mind. And then also Liberty in the playoffs, they've only given up 2 runs. They've gone 30-0 in the last 3 games. So they're on fire right now. How do you address that?
Well, I mean, they're a great team. They're they play the game right. Coach Slack does a great job. But, to their disadvantage, they've only played 1 game a week every round. They lost the flip every time, and they have a series. And here we are, and that's to their pitcher. And here we are with us, going series and working how to play a series and pitch a series and all that other stuff. I honestly think that's to our advantage. Not to say we have it in the bag, nothing like that, but
sure.
It's going to be a tough series, no matter what. But I think, I'm glad we were able to face Ava Stewie in Fredericksburg this past round to help us. I mean, she's throwing gas. I think that'll help us hopefully see the ball a little bit better this weekend. So I have a lot of confidence in our girls that they're going to be able to do what they need to do and adjust how they need to, and it's just a matter of who's going to be the team that's going to come out and fight, who's going to be the team that believes in themselves the most when their backs against the ropes. I'm excited to see our girls have that opportunity to show what they have.
Yeah, definitely. And if I have my stats right, the last few times you played them, it's been a single game. Of course, it's been for a lot of marbles, which it is again this time. But this time you're playing a series, right? Yes,
and then this is new. So we've never had to play a series in a state round.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely new. It's a lot of work because normally everything's already set up for you as far as, where we're going, what time we're playing and the venue and everything. Now it's your state and set everything up for yourself. So it's a little different because you're excited you're at state, but it's kind of like you're on your own to figure everything out. So that was a big adjustment. And on top of that, we're playing, one of the best teams, if not the best team, in 4A. We're playing each other. Like this is the big one. Honestly, this is huge. This is huge. But I'm glad we get a 3-game series to figure out who's the best team. And it's going to be fun.
Yeah, definitely. And those 3 games, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at Lehman in Kyle, correct?
Yes, in Kyle. Yes.
Great.
Right south of Austin, north of Marcus.
Right. What's the mood like for the girls, as you go through, the end of school year, you're going to state, you're facing your nemesis. How are the girls mentally?
I honestly, we've only had 1 practice yesterday, 1 this morning. Practice went really, really good yesterday. I liked the way they came out. They seem focused and excited and working hard. This morning, probably not a good idea to have morning practice, but they're pushing themselves. I mean, they're giving it their best, and I think they understand and know what's at stake, and I think they believe they with like I said, with the series and everything, that we're putting ourselves in a good position to be able to be prepared for what's to come with what we have to do with Liberty. Not to say it'll be easy, not to say we have it all figured out. No, not at all. But I think they're ready for it, and we're excited for it. So should be a good one.
And so when you're playing at a place like Kyle, do y'all stay there or do you go back each time?
Because we have graduation on Thursday, we have to come back.
Yeah.
The advantage is that Liberty doesn't have graduation, and they just get to stay in Austin or wherever and practice and get ready. And we're having to come back and travel back and forth. But it is what it is. Nothing's perfect, and those are the cards we're dealt. Trying to make the most of it. So I think it's the right decision. I'd rather us be tired driving back and forth than having to play back-to-back games on a Saturday. So in this week. So I think this we're trying to give ourselves and our girls the best opportunity to be successful, and it should be good. So we'll try to take some reps and get our hitting in before each game and be prepared as best we can. And hopefully on Thursday we'll do the same. So it's not ideal, but we'll make the best of it.
Got it. And then how do you determine home and away on these 3 games?
Well, since it's a series, it kind of doesn't really matter on home or visitor. So we kind of just, which one do you want? Okay, well, I'll be home Wednesday, and you could be home Friday, and then we'll flip for it for Saturday. They haven't even told us for it. I mean, it's just such a quick game. It's coming on Wednesday's coming fast.
Real fast. Yeah.
It's really tomorrow. So playing this early is a little weird, a little different, but like I said, I feel like this is our best opportunity for us.
Definitely. Well, again, congratulations on the Fredericksburg series, and for facing Liberty. Hopefully, we're talking next week, and it's a 2-0 sweep or at least a 2-1 split.
Yes, it definitely will be a good one. So make sure you're watching.
Yes, definitely, and we'll be talking next week.
All righty, thank you, Chris.
We also need to thank Downtime Services. Downtime Services offers specialized on-site field machining services that maximize your uptime without sacrificing quality. Their team of expert field machining services technicians will come to you and repair and modify your equipment on-site and on demand. Downtime Services, whatever you need, whenever you need. Find Downtime Services online at downtimeservices.com or call them at 800-900-1256. Hey, once again, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening to the Calallen Softball Coaches Show. Please share, subscribe, get the story out about this amazing program, these amazing girls, and don't forget to go out, fill the stands, and support your Calallen Wildcats. Get ready to tee off with the legends of Texas sports. That's right, the TLSN Legends Golf Classic, a day of golf, glory, and giving back. It will be held at the Great Hills Country Club in Austin, Texas, Sunday, September 15th. Registration 11 a.m., tee time around noon, award ceremony at 6 p.m. Who's invited? Everyone. Fans, friends, alumni, business leaders, and golf lovers. If you have any interest in UT athletics and golf, this is the must-attend golf tournament. Whether you're swinging for birdies or just soaking up the stories, this is a can't-miss event. What can you expect? A round of golf with Texas sports legends. A premium course experience at Great Hills, awards, prizes, and exclusive photo ops. Food, drinks, unforgettable memories. The full details will be coming soon, as well as the lineup of legends who will be the captains for each team. To stay in the loop and to keep updated on player announcements, sponsor reveals, and ticket availability, go to texaslsn.org. That's texaslsn.org. The TLSN Legends Golf Classic.